Welcome to our channel, where we delve deep into the fascinating world of teaching techniques and learning strategies. If you're a teacher, a tutor, or even a student, this is the place for you. We're here to explore the art and science of teaching, to provide you with practical, effective strategies that can transform your teaching experience and make learning fun and engaging for your students. In this video, we're going to unravel the challenge of teaching, the nuances that make it complex yet rewarding. We'll then dive into 5 proven techniques that successful teachers use to overcome these challenges. So buckle up and get ready for a transformative journey into the world of effective teaching. Stay tuned and let's get started. Have you ever wondered why some teachers can effortlessly engage and inspire students while others struggle to maintain their attention? Teaching is no mean feat. It's a challenge that demands a unique blend of skills, patience, and creativity. One of the most significant hurdles teachers often face is the lack of student engagement. The struggle of keeping students' attention glued to the lesson can be a real uphill task. But that's not all. Managing classroom behavior is another beast altogether. It's like putting together a jigsaw puzzle where every piece has its own mind and mood. And then there's the need to constantly adapt teaching methods to suit different learning styles. You see, every student is a unique learner with their own pace and method of understanding. Hence, a one-size-fits-all approach simply doesn't cut it. Today, we're going to explore 5 proven techniques that successful teachers use to overcome these challenges. First up, we have active learning, a technique that transforms passive students into active participants. So what exactly is active learning? It's not just about students sitting up straight and keeping their eyes glued to the teacher. No, it's far more than that. Active learning is a teaching method that involves students in the learning process in a more interactive and meaningful way. Now think about the traditional classroom model where the teacher is the primary source of information and students are merely receivers. It's a one-way street, isn't it? But with active learning, we're talking about a two-way street. Students don't just absorb information, they also contribute to the learning process by engaging in activities that promote critical thinking. Imagine a science lesson, for instance. Instead of the teacher explaining the concept of photosynthesis and students taking notes, imagine if the students were given a plant, some water, and sunlight, then asked to observe and discuss the process themselves. They're not just learning about photosynthesis, they're experiencing it. This is active learning in action. But why is active learning important? Well, research shows that when students are actively involved in the learning process, they are more likely to remember what they've learned. This is because active learning encourages students to process and apply the information rather than simply memorizing it. Active learning also fosters critical thinking skills. In our photosynthesis example, students would have to observe, question, and infer based on their observations. They're not just passively receiving information, but actively engaging with it, questioning it, and drawing their own conclusions. This helps them develop the ability to think independently and critically, a skill that is incredibly valuable, not just in school but in life. So how can you incorporate active learning in your teaching? It could be through group discussions, projects, experiments, or even through technology like interactive apps and games. The possibilities are endless. Active learning then shifts the focus from the teacher to the student, making learning a more engaging and dynamic process. And in the end, isn't that what teaching is all about? Encouraging students to take an active role in their own education, to ask questions, to explore, and most importantly, to learn. Next, we delve into the flipped classroom approach, a technique that redefines homework and classwork. Now imagine a classroom where students come prepared with the concept they are going to learn that day. They have already watched a video lecture or read the material at home, and the classroom is no longer a place to passively receive information, but a workshop where they apply what they've learned. This, in essence, is the flipped classroom model. In a traditional classroom, students usually listen to lectures and take notes during the class, then go home and try to apply what they've learned through homework. However, in a flipped classroom, this process is reversed. Students first explore new material at home, usually through video lectures or reading assignments. Then they come to class ready to dive deeper into the material through discussions, activities, and problem-solving exercises. What makes the flipped classroom technique so compelling? Well, for starters, it encourages self-learning. By exploring new concepts at home, students become more independent and take ownership of their learning. This not only leads to better understanding and retention, but also helps students develop critical thinking and problem-solving skills. Moreover, the flipped classroom enhances student-teacher interaction. With the lecture part taken care of at home, teachers can dedicate class time to engage more directly with students, clarify doubts, provide personalized guidance, and facilitate discussions. This way, teachers can address individual needs and ensure that every student is on the right track. Furthermore, the flipped classroom approach also fosters collaborative learning. During class, students can work together on projects, discuss concepts, and learn from each other. This not only enriches their understanding, but also helps them develop teamwork and communication skills. So, to sum up, the flipped classroom is not just about reversing homework and classwork. It's about empowering students to take charge of their learning, enhancing teacher-student interaction, and fostering a collaborative learning environment. The flipped classroom, therefore, offers a unique blend of self-study and collaborative learning. Moving on, we explore differentiated instruction, a technique that caters to the unique learning styles of each student. This is a technique that recognizes the individual needs of students and tailors teaching methods accordingly. Not every student learns the same way, and differentiated instruction respects that difference and accommodates it. Imagine a classroom full of students, each one unique with their own strengths, weaknesses, and interests. Some are visual learners, preferring to see and visualize the information. Others are auditory learners, learning best when they hear the information. Still others are kinesthetic learners, needing to touch and interact physically with the learning material. Differentiated instruction takes all these different learning styles into account. But it's not just about learning styles. Differentiated instruction also recognizes that students have different ability levels. Some may grasp concepts quickly, while others may need a little more time. Some may already have a solid understanding of a topic, while others may be encountering it for the first time. Differentiated instruction allows teachers to adjust the pace, level of detail, and complexity of their teaching to suit each student's ability level. And then there's the matter of student interests. Let's face it, not every student is going to be interested in every topic. Differentiated instruction allows teachers to weave in elements that cater to each student's interests, making the learning experience more engaging and meaningful for them. For instance, a student interested in art could learn about geometry through the study of shapes and famous artworks. Differentiated instruction is not about watering down the curriculum or making it easier. It's about making the curriculum accessible and engaging for every student, regardless of their learning style, ability level, or interests. It's about recognizing that every student is unique and deserves a unique approach to learning. So, how do teachers implement differentiated instruction? They do it by being flexible and creative, by constantly assessing and adjusting their teaching methods, and by being committed to meeting the needs of every student. It's a challenging task, but one that can lead to significant improvements in student engagement and learning outcomes. Differentiated instruction thus ensures that every student's learning needs are met. Next, we uncover cooperative learning, a technique that harnesses the power of group work. This isn't just about having students work together on a project or a task. No, it goes much deeper than that. It's about creating a learning environment where students are not just responsible for their own learning, but also for the learning of their peers. Cooperative learning is not a new concept, but it is one that has gained significant traction in recent years, and for good reason. It involves students working together to accomplish shared goals. It's about fostering a sense of teamwork and community within the classroom. Imagine a group of students, each with their own unique skills and perspectives, collaborating to solve a complex problem. They're not just sharing ideas, they're building on each other's thoughts, challenging assumptions, and pushing each other to think more critically and creatively. This is the heart of cooperative learning. It encourages students to engage in meaningful dialogue, to listen to their peers, to give and receive feedback, and to take ownership of their learning journey. But it doesn't stop there. Cooperative learning also promotes essential life skills. We're talking about communication, conflict resolution, leadership, decision-making, and more. These are skills that go beyond the classroom and are invaluable in the real world. Moreover, cooperative learning also promotes peer learning. It's a given that students will have different strengths and weaknesses. In a cooperative learning setting, students can learn from each other, leveraging their peers' strengths and helping each other overcome weaknesses. It's a beautiful symbiosis where every student has something valuable to contribute and something new to learn. And let's not forget the teacher's role in all of this. In cooperative learning, teachers act as facilitators, guiding the learning process and providing support where needed. They're not just imparting knowledge, they're helping students become more independent, confident, and capable learners. Cooperative learning as such fosters a sense of community and collaboration among students. It's a powerful technique that not only enhances learning outcomes, but also prepares students for success in the 21st century. Before we dive into our last technique, let's take a moment to explore a critical aspect of today's education landscape: technology. The digital age has revolutionized the way we teach and learn. With the advent of online resources, interactive platforms, and digital tools, the classroom has expanded beyond physical boundaries. But how does this affect our teaching techniques? Let's find out. Technology provides a platform for all the techniques we have discussed so far. For instance, in a cooperative learning setup, students can collaborate on digital platforms, share resources, and engage in discussions, irrespective of their geographical location. Similarly, technology plays a crucial role in flipped classrooms where students can access lectures and materials online at their own pace. Moreover, technology has made differentiated instruction more manageable and effective. With various online resources and tools at their disposal, teachers can tailor their instruction to meet the diverse needs of their students. They can provide additional resources, offer different levels of challenges, and cater to various learning styles, all thanks to technology. But let's not forget formative assessment. Technology has made it easier and quicker to gather and analyze data on student performance. Teachers can use digital tools to track student progress in real time, provide immediate feedback, and adjust their instruction accordingly. In essence, technology is not just a tool, it's an enabler. It enhances teaching techniques, fosters student engagement, and promotes effective learning. However, while technology offers numerous benefits, it's crucial to remember that it's not a replacement for effective teaching. It's a tool that, when used effectively, can enhance and complement the art and science of teaching. And now let's move on to our final technique: formative assessment. Finally, we look at formative assessment, a technique that provides ongoing feedback to improve student learning. This approach is not about assigning grades or scoring tests. Instead, it's about regular, informal assessments designed to monitor student learning in real time. Imagine a chef tasting a dish while it's still cooking, adjusting the seasoning as needed. That's what formative assessment is like. It's the process of tasting, tweaking, and improving before the final product is served. Formative assessment keeps the lines of communication open between teachers and students. It helps teachers tailor their instruction based on the needs and progress of their students. It provides students with an understanding of where they currently stand and what they need to improve. This technique is like a guiding light, helping students steer their learning journey. It's about fostering an environment where mistakes are seen as opportunities to learn and grow. Formative assessment, in essence, is a powerful tool for enhancing student achievement.